Hey, well, I'm pretty excited this morning to be shooting on my new gimbal on the DxA. So if you like the shot, let me know. It's a new toy. But today I wanted to talk to you about where you're going, what you're filling your life with, and what you're becoming, and how to get there maybe a little quicker, and how to have some better quality as you go along the way. Sound good? Might be something that you want. So imagine your life in, I don't know, say 5 years from now. And 5 years really isn't that long. And if you're anything like a similar age to me, I'm in my 40s. 5 years goes a lot quicker than it did when I was a teenager, let me tell you. So in 5 years from now, write this down just on a piece of paper or just somewhere next to you. Where do you want to be in 5 years' time? Or here behind me, look at this. How gorgeous is this? You know, I wasn't quite sure where I wanted to be in 5 years ago, but I'm sure as heck glad that I made some of those decisions back then. Well, let's talk about you and your life. Imagine your life right now, and then imagine it in 5 years' time. What does your life in 5 years have to look like? Imagine it completely perfect. You've got the car you want, the house you want, the people in your life that you want, the job that you want, the income that you want, the whole ball of wax, spirit, soul, body, physical, everything, mental, spiritual, everything that you want has lined up. So imagine that. Does it feel good? Right. Maybe even write it down, pause the video, come back to it, think about what it's really got to be like. So in 5 years from now, how will you end up there unless you change or amplify or modify some of the things that you're doing actively today? Well, the good news is there's a simple formula for it, but let me share first of all what that version of you in 5 years is going to be like. That version of you in 5 years is going to be grateful to begin with. Grateful that today you stopped doing some things, some behaviors, some actions. Grateful that you gave some stuff away. Some stuff that hurts you, some stuff that keeps you stuck, and some stuff that keeps you maybe in a place where you're not moving towards what you want to be doing. Now, maybe you've heard me say in other videos that the quality of your life is determined by the quality of the people you associate with, the quality of the thoughts you have, and the quality of the information that you take in. But what about the responsibility you have to make decisions? The quality of your life is very much determined by the decisions that you make today and the action steps that you take. And I said there was a formula for it. Well, the formula is just this. It's D multiplied by A equals R. And that is decisions multiplied by actions equal your results. So you in 5 years from now will be the net result of the decisions that you're making today and the actions that you take based on the decisions that you make. Well, where do those decisions come from? Those decisions come from our highest level of thoughts. They come from our values. They come from what rules we have established for our life. So maybe you've established some rules that you don't want anymore. Maybe there's some of the things that you need to get rid of. Maybe some of those rules are saying things to you like, I don't deserve that, or I can't do that, or that's not for me, or everyone else can do that but not me, or I didn't do well in high school, or I'm not a good public speaker, or I can't do this or I can't do that. And those are rules that you've made up in your mind just quite simply to keep yourself safe. Safe from harm, safe from feeling silly, and whatever it is. And I understand that you've made those decisions from a place where you didn't think it was going to get in your way. But in 5 years from now, if you want your life to turn up the way you've just thought about it and the way you've just said, well, some of those things, some of those rules are going to need to change today. Maybe some of those rules were great to get you to where you are right now, but they're not the kind of rules that are going to get you to where you need to go. Some of those rules are going to need to change. Some you might be able to keep, but most of them you'll probably have to change. And as a result of changing those rules, those boundary edges that are keeping you sort of stuck or contained where you are, you'll start to take different actions. That is to say, as you make decisions in a different way, you'll start to do behaviors in a different way. And what does that do? Well, that will change the environment around you. It'll change little things, little bits of money, little bits of new clients if that's something that you're interested in, little bits of friendships and so on. And those little bit by little bit changes will eventually stack up and increase. Think of your life like a bucket in a lot of ways. That bucket will just have drips going into it after you've plugged up some of the holes that have been in it. You see, if you want to have your life turn up differently in 5 years' time from now, then today you have to start taking some actions that are based on some decisions that were different to yesterday. You know the old saying, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. Or Einstein's definition of insanity, which is expecting something different by doing the same behavior or the same actions. And I'm paraphrasing it there because you guys know it and you've heard it enough times already. So as we talk about this, what are you deciding today will be different tomorrow? What are the small steps you can take? Not the big ones. I'm not talking about making drastic action steps. I'm not talking about becoming something you're not, or worrying perhaps about being inauthentic, or worrying that you can't achieve what you want to achieve. No, I'm talking about some small action steps, some small things that you can do, some little adjustments, some tweaks that you can make that will make tomorrow a little bit different to today. Something you can perhaps build on tomorrow that you didn't have today. A different action, a different thought process, a different internal thought process, a different way of describing yourself, a different way of looking at yourself, a different way of perhaps acting in front of other people, where you're not putting yourself down and you're not making other people perhaps bigger around you so that you shrink back and appear smaller. You know, if you want to break through and have some success, you need to take some risks. Those risks don't have to be big, and they can start today. Think about 1 or 2 small rules that you can change in your life today that will help you make some better or different decisions, to have some better or different actions that will get you better or different results. Hope you've enjoyed today's Daily Breakthrough. I'm Grant. For more videos like this, why don't you go ahead and subscribe. And remember, go to my website, grantmullen.com.au, and you'll find plenty more resources for you in your business that will help you in your life. All the best, and I'll see you tomorrow.